Hi everybody. I know it's kind of late for me, but I gave myself a subscription to Paramount Plus, so I'm able to see the soap operas without the commercials. Well, everything on Paramount actually, but I'm doing the soap operas right now. So I watched Y&R again, and I saw a few things that I didn't see in the first time because um, I think I've discussed this before, but there's one day a week where I'm really kind of busy and I do watch the soap opera, but it's not with a close eye. So, okay. Apparently, Sienna Tamara Braun says she's married to Mitch, right? Okay. Well, then Matt Clark is the one who was supposed to be unalive. However, somebody else who worked at the club called him Mitch and not Matt. So then Nick comes to see Sienna again and basically interrogate her. And he says, well, somebody called uh, Matt Mitch. And she says, well, maybe you heard wrong. That was strange. And then Nick leaves because she says, if you come back and interrogate me again, I'm going to have to ban you from my club. And then Nick leaves. And then after he leaves, she tells Mitch, her husband, that was Nick Newman and he's asking questions. So there has to be a connection between this Mitch and Matt person. I think he does have another identity or something. And like I said, I felt like she was hiding something from day one. So, yeah. Okay, now about Claire and Kyle and Holden. Now, I like the scenes between Jack and Kyle, father and son. However, Kyle, I don't know if Kyle's trying to be his own man, trying to prove himself, trying to, I don't know, be assertive, which, given in the right context, would be a good thing. I like all those qualities in the right situation. Given this situation, okay, the situation is your ex girlfriend who broke up with you told you I need space and time. And for the last couple of weeks, you have given her nothing of the sort. You have given her no space and no time. Because, now follow me, you let her, if you believe that, you let her leave to go to LA, although with much questions and problems before that happened. Then she left, and then yet you pop up and say you're going to, I don't know, try to prove something to her. And I'm like, okay, what are you trying to prove to her? You, your exes. You're not in a relationship anymore. What does it matter? Okay? I just, I don't know. Theoretically, when you get down to the base of it, he wants to prove that Holden is a bad guy. Okay? Now, this may or may not be true because, yes, he does have a past with Audra. No, I don't know the extent of the past with Audra as of yet. I'm going to give that time. However, with Claire, he has been nothing but a gentleman. He showed her around and let her be her own woman and hasn't done anything to hurt her or anything like that. Okay? So I would say Kyle needs to leave her alone and not try to prove himself because she's going to take it as overstepping his bounds as a friend because you have to remember they are no longer in a relationship. So he can't claim that he's trying to be protective under that thing because he's not in the role anymore. Okay? So if a person says, leave me alone, and you don't have that attachment and you disregard what they said, they're going to read you like you don't trust them and that you're overstepping your boundary. The boundary that she set for you, I would say don't do it. But is he going to listen to me? No, because I don't think he's even going to listen to his father. And his father was like his father, his grandfather, the other John Abbott, who was trying to be good to Jack and trying to say, no, son, don't go that way. And Jack never listened to his father. So, I don't know, man. I say don't do it. Don't go there. Don't try to prove anything because Claire has sense. Okay, Claire has common sense, a brain, and logic. She can figure it out. If something feels wrong, she'll question it. And if she doesn't like the answer, then she'll question it somehow else. And then if she still doesn't like the answer, she'll back away. You have to trust her that she can handle herself. If you don't trust her, you're not going to have any kind of relationship with her from the word go. You're just not. And like I said in the last video, okay, if you guys are really in game, then anything she does at this point doesn't really matter in the scheme of things. So, what are you doing? Kyle, honey, Michael Miller, just don't do it. Let her come home. Let her have the experience and come home. Now, I got to give props to Amelia Hindley as Victoria today because she could have came in there and been the mother and said, you got to do this and you got to do that. But she wasn't like that. She was like, okay, honey, I trust you and you got to do things in your own time and all the things. And she let Claire be herself. And that's her mother. Okay? So just back off. Ugh. All right. Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.